Columbia, this is Monster Jam!
Competition full of so much adrenaline, JCB Racing, where our 6 superstars are on a race against the clock. The driver with the fastest time will get those first crucial points towards the BKT Overall Event Championship here this afternoon. So South Carolina, who's ready for JCB Racing?
Make some noise for our first competitor, John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. John Zimmer Jr. coming in with 15 wins total, 4 of those coming in this format. Let's see if he can take another win here in Columbia. He ends with a time of a 9.983. 9.983. One more time, John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity with a time of a 9.983. And we keep on moving on in the competition. We've got Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. Kristen Anderson coming in with a lot of momentum, taking 2 overall event championships last week in Florence. Another time under 10 seconds. That was a 9.975. Make some noise. You have a new leader. Taking down terminal velocity, one of the fastest drivers in our entire lineup. This just goes to show you how close the margin is from competitor to competitor, especially on that last turn. One more time. The time for Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger is a 9.975. But here comes one of the fastest racers in our lineup. Give it up from Lafayette, Louisiana, Cody Saucier in Dragon. Cody Saucier coming in with the most amount of racing wins with 16. He's actually the only driver averaging under 10 seconds in this format. We'll see if he can pull it off again to get a racing win. There is a penalty. The current time is a 9.086, but there is a 5-second penalty that will be assessed at the end of the run. So the official time is a 14.086 for Cody Saucier in Dragon. A tough break for our fastest competitor in the series. Shows you how unpredictable these events can be. Probably would have gotten a fast enough time to take the win, but unfortunately, rules are the rules, and if you hit one of those obstacles and knock it out of that flower parameter, a 5-second penalty will be assessed to your official time. From Mooresville, North Carolina, we've got Logan Ashline in Sparkle Smash. Logan Ashline ends the race with a 10.991. That puts her in third place. Still with the time to beat, we've got Kristen Anderson hanging on in Gravedigger with the fastest time so far, 9.975. Clipping the pod there at the end, Logan Ashline. So tough to balance that last turn. You want to take it as tight as possible to get around to the ramp quickly, but if you take it too quick and you clip it, that could create a wider turn than you originally intended. But we're going to move on again one more time. Sparkle Smash with a time of a 10.991. Moving on to the next competitor, John Zimmer Sr. in Megalodon. John Zimmer Sr. is coming into the competition with 68 racing wins. Trying to make it 69 here in South Carolina. Here we go. Getting a little crazy there at the end. His official time is an 11.125 for John Zimmer Sr. in Megalodon. See, on that first corner, clips the pod, make sure to get around the obstacle without hitting, and then a couple of more bumps across that Monster Jam pod knocked him a little bit over the trajectory that he wanted on that Monster Jam ramp there at the end. But we got one more competitor to go. Let's see if he can take down Gravedigger. One more time. The time for Megalodon was an 11.125. Last but not least, make some noise for MJ Solorio, El Toro Loco. MJ Solorio was not with us for the last 2 weeks, so he's coming back, hopefully well rested, recovered, ready to take some wins, ready to take some speed to the track. Here we go, lining up. Can he take down Kristen? Let's find out. Official time for El Toro Loco is an 11.464. Not enough to get it done, so that means that your winner of the racing competition, Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger. Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger, we've been talking about it already, took 2 of the overall event championships last weekend. The momentum keeps carrying her forward here in the Carolinas.
Man, oh man, Kristen Anderson, queen of the black and green wrecking machine. It seems like the momentum has followed you from Florence right back over here. You find yourself on top of the pod with a win. What was your mindset going into this competition?
Well, you know, I knew we had some really stout competition for the timed racing. We have a lot of fast competitors out here. Cody Associé in Dragon, he has been whipping our tail all year long in racing. So when I saw him run that pass and then he bumped that turn pole, I was like, ooh, I finally got Cody Associé in racing. So it feels so good to be standing up here on top of the pod right now. And, you know, that one was for all the Gravedigger fans, guys. We're just going to keep this momentum rolling tonight.
That's right. And then, of course, we're coming up to our next competition where it always tends to get tricky, the two-wheel skills challenge. What tricks do you have up your sleeve?
I mean, you know, we have a couple of our own competition tricks here that I've coined. I've got the tombstone. We're going to do some moonwalks. We're going to be doing some crazy, crazy stuff. I mean, you guys keep in mind when you're scoring this competition and when you guys are watching it, these trucks out here, they weigh almost 13,000 pounds. That is 6 tons of steel sitting right there, and it's 1,500 horsepower underneath of your right foot. Your daily driver might be 200 horsepower. So being able to control these trucks on top like that, on 2 wheels, 1 wheel, no wheels is insane. So you guys are going to be on the edge of your seats because the two-wheel skills competition is where it's at. You're going to see some monster trucks do some things you never thought you would see them do before.
That is correct. So make sure to make some noise for your JCB Racing winner, Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger.
One more time, a big congratulations to Kristen Anderson taking the top spot in the racing competitions. That means that she walks away with the top spot on our leaderboard as well with the first 6 points of today's event. But we're not done with all the Monster Jam action. Up next, we have the two-wheel skills challenge. In this competition, our drivers will get 2 attempts to do some of the coolest moves on 2 or sometimes 1 BKT tire. You see this QR code right there. Go ahead and scan that because we're going to use that to lock in your scores at judgeszone.com. Cody Associé in Dragon with attempt number 1, hitting the reverse popper off the side of the pod and then carrying it all the way across the Monster Jam pod. He's got 1 more attempt remaining. Here we go.
Let's make some noise for Cody Saucier Dragon. All right, South Carolina, you have a very important job. This is your time to shine. We're going to need your help to see what the score is for Cody Saucier and Dragon. So head on over to judgeszone.com, scan the QR code on the video board, enter the code COL, and slide that BKT tire up or down to lock your scores in now.
All right, check out the video screen. The score for Cody Saucier and Dragon is a 7.333. That is our score to beat. Cody Saucier and Dragon had taken a little bit of a creative approach there. Attempt number 1, taking it all the way across the pod. Attempt number 2, switching it up. Back tires, different obstacle, taking a different angle across the pod. Will that be enough with a 7.333 to hang on for the win? We're gonna have to find out. Here's a little reminder. You've already seen a couple of these so far. You've seen 2 poppers, you've seen a reverse popper, you've seen a popper so far. Let's see what our next driver's got for us in the 2-wheel skills challenge. He was a bronze medalist in this very competition at World's Finals. Help me welcome MJ Solorio and Toro Loco. MJ Solorio with attempt number 1. Normally he's able to get that on those front 2 tires. Let's see if he'll have better success in attempt number 2. Able to get it up on the tires. Here we go. There's the steering wheel out the window. No hands.
Let's see those horns in the air for MJ Solorio, El Toro Loco. Balancing on only 2 BKT tires. Head on over to judgeszone.com and lock your scores for him now.
Second attempt definitely going better than the first. Getting a little creative, getting a little crazy, a little loco, some would say, on that second attempt with the steering wheel completely out the window. But at the end of the day, it's what you guys think that matters. Remember, the score to beat right now is Cody Saucier Dragon, a 7.333, but the score for MJ Solorio is... it's a 7.558. That is enough to make him your new leader. A little bit of trouble on that first attempt, but he definitely makes up for it on the second one. Hitting a popper, getting all the way on those 2 front tires. Not only that, but then throwing the steering wheel out the window. Will that be enough? Columbia, there's a shark in the water. Make some noise. It's John Zimmer in Megalodon. John Zimmer in Megalodon averages a 7.589 in this competition right now. That would basically be enough to take the top spot. Successful popper off the corner pipes. Great balance, good vertical position. A solid attempt number 1. He has 1 attempt remaining.
reaching the waves on the track. Make some noise for John Zimmer Sr., Megalodon. Now, Columbia, if you want to help out this shark and give him a nice fishy treat, head on over to judgeszone.com and lock your scores for him now.
2 solid attempts from John Zimmer Sr. in Megalodon, using the pipes. First competitor, I believe, to use the pipes today for that popper across the pod, and then has another successful attempt. Remember, the score to beat right now is MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco with a 7.558. The score for Megalodon is... It's an 8.308. You have a new leader. Monster Jam fans, while there's plenty of action during the competitions on the track, we've got another competition that I want to remind you of. It's our competition to crown our St. Jude ambassador of the event. We talked about it a little bit during trackside. You see the QR code right there. We're trying to see which one of our drivers can raise the most amount of money for this incredible organization. St. Jude, what it does is it makes sure that families never receive a bill as their child gets treatment, as they need lodging, as they need food. All of that is completely taken care of to take as much of that burden off these families. And we at Monster Jam want to help. So we've got a competition going on right now. If you donate any amount using that QR code, put it down under the name of one of our drivers here, and at the end of the event, we'll crown our St. Jude ambassador of the event. Right now, Logan Ashline, Sparkle Smash in a dominant lead with 83%. John Zimmer Sr. in Megalodon in second place. But if you're an MJ fan, if you're a fan of Dragon or Terminal Velocity, scan that QR code, give any amount that you can, get them on the leaderboard for this incredible cause here at Monster Jam. Up next, she's already taken a win here this event. Let's see if she can do it again. Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. Coming off of her latest two-wheel skills win last weekend. Had a bit of a drought in this competition before that, but is coming in with some solid momentum. Already has a racing win. Let's see what she's got for attempt number 1. Solid attempt for attempt number 1. Beautiful vertical position, great balance. She's got one more attempt remaining.
She's digging graves and taking names. It's Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. Now remember, South Carolina, you have 20 seconds to get those scores locked in. So head on over to judgeszone.com and lock them in now.
One of the biggest things that we look for in the two-wheel skills competition is that vertical position. How close to that 90-degree mark can you get that Monster Jam truck? And she definitely did that on both attempts. But was that enough to take down Megalodon. Let's find out. Score to beat is Megalodon 8.308. The score for Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger is... Let me hear you. A 9.21. She is 9.021. She is your new leader. Again, we take a look at both attempts. Here we see her popper getting to that vertical position right in the center of the pod. The control that you have to shift back and forth to be able to get this is some incredible stuff, and it absolutely paid off. Reflected in the scores. Right now, she's in the top spot already with 6 points coming into this competition. Great spot towards the overall event championship.
All right, I'm standing by with another little new friend of mine, and all of us are gonna play an awesome game with him. It's called St. Jude Helmet Shuffle. How it works is we're gonna look up at that video board. There's gonna be a trophy, 3 helmets. We're gonna cover the trophy. We're gonna mix them up. I want you to tell me where it is. Keep your eyes on the prize. Here we go, St. Jude Helmet Shuffle. Oh, I can see it. They're still going. All righty. Okay, we got them all mixed up. I'm hearing a lot of answers. Who thinks it's number 1? Make some noise. Who thinks it's number 2? Who thinks it's number 3? All righty. I think after that one concise answer, I think you know what it is. What helmet is it?
1.
He says 1. Let's see if he got it right. It's not under number 3. It's not under number 2. Which means one thing, that's right, it's under helmet number 1, and for getting it right, I'm giving you this Grave Digger plushie. I mean, hey, she just won racing. You might just bring her luck because you won this game. Are you ready to see her do some more fun stuff?
Yes.
Yes, me too. Stick around because we still got a lot more two-wheel skills coming your way.
It's time to get back to the action, so help me welcome John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity, is definitely known for this particular competition. He obviously made it into the main field last year, but was also selected to compete in the Two-Wheel Skills Challenge. He's got 92 wins in this competition, and this is an opportunity to get 93 of them. Throws it into a combo. No hands! No hands! Slap Willie saves it. Combo continues Columbia. Attempt number 1 finally complete. Combos in Columbia, the name of John Zimmer Jr.'s next mixtape.
Terminal Velocity. Now remember, Columbia, you have 20 seconds to get your scores locked in for that incredible run. Head on over to judgeszone.com. You have 20 seconds.
Combos in Colombia. John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity, doing some stuff we haven't seen this season. Some slap wheelies into the combination, moonwalk, wheelie back and forth. Was that enough? It's up to you guys. Remember, the score to beat is a 9.021 from Gravedigger. The score for Terminal Velocity is... It's a 9.181. Taking the top spot. That means your winner of the Two Wheel Skills Challenge is John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. That is win number 93 in his career for this particular competition. Total wins are now 225.
John Zimmer Jr., they do not call you the Combo King for nothing. Absolutely astronomical. And you've done so many of them. What is the highest number, do you think, of combos you've already accomplished?
I honestly have no idea. I'm sure some stat nerds are out there keeping track of that. I would love to know. My highest is 7, and that's a pretty long time out here. But I've been having so much fun out here today, pushing myself, pushing my equipment to its limits, and we had a little bit of a side quest challenge between Cody Saucier, MJ, and my dad. We were trying to see who could get the nastiest, nice and smooth walking wheelie. Dragon definitely got the walking wheelie on me. I'm not quite there with the finesse, but I can get that thing up on the nose and do some crazy things. That's how we got it done here.
It definitely is great to see how awesome and skilled you are, especially two-wheel skills. It seems like it's a competition for you. But we're coming up on another competition, one that everybody loves, Monster Jam Freestyle. So what is your game plan and your strategy? Are you going to mix any combos into your run?
Well, I feel like with freestyle being the last competition, there's a reason it's named freestyle, because you can't have a plan at all. We get to come out here and go as hard as we can, jump these trucks as high as we can, and get absolutely crazy for you fans. But guys, we just got started. We got 2 competitions down. We got plenty more, and it's freestyle. What do you guys say? Are you having fun?
That's right. Make some noise for John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity.
That river rolls where that green grass grows. I can't explain it. Oh, it's something, ain't it?
All right, Monster Jam fans, it's that time. It's now time to get back to the action, starting off with our freestyle motocross riders.
That is correct. Columbia, South Carolina, let's make some noise for freestyle motocross. These 4 incredible superstars are going to give you 3 warm-up rounds, giving you all of the craziest tricks they can think of to prepare for our best trick competition. Of course, remember, we have one rule here at Monster Jam with freestyle motocross. The louder you get, the higher they fly. So Columbia, South Carolina, let's get ready to meet them one by one and make some noise for freestyle motocross. That is right, and here we got our first rider. Let's make some noise. Zach Latowski! Our next rider coming up to the ramp. Make some noise. Brandon Reardon! Our third superstar ready to take flight. Make some noise. Kenny Haskell! And last but not least, our last superstar, Cowboy Kenny! So what do you say, South Carolina? Let's make some noise for freestyle motocross! Zach out here riding in an electric bike. Danny Haskell with a switchblade. We got a cliffhanger from Cowboy Kenny. We got a silent whip from Zach Latowski. Nice rock solid, Brandon Reardon. Nice lazy boy from Cowboy Kenny. We have one more round to go. Make some noise! Cowboy Kenny fishing it off with a whip. And it looks like all of our riders are up here. They're looking kind of ready. All warmed up, fellas? Ready to go? It looks like they are. So South Carolina, do you want some more? Well, more is what you're gonna get, because it's time for the best trick competition of freestyle motocross. These four superstars are about to take to the skies and fly from one side of the arena to the other, giving you their best stylish trick. And we're gonna need your help to determine who's gonna win the best trick competition by using those smartphones and heading over to judgeszone.com to lock your scores in for each one of our superstars. So South Carolina, who's ready for the best trick competition?
Keep that energy going for our very first competitor. Make some noise, Zach Latowski. This Pennsylvania native started riding dirt bikes as a child, owns a slew of animals. Not only that, but he's also looking to buy a camel. Kind of an interesting fun fact, but he's not doing that. He's doing high-flying tricks here in the FMX competition.
Let's make some noise for Zach Latowski with the most silent whip I think I have ever seen in my career thus far. Head on over to judgeszone.com and lock your scores for him now.
Going first is definitely not the easiest thing, but we'll see if he can set the bar high enough to take the win. The score for Zach Latowski is a 7.479. That is your score to beat. We're going to keep things moving with our next competitor. Make some noise, Brendan Reardon. Brendan Reardon is from Worcester, Massachusetts, coming at us doing some tricks on his Honda 450. He's been riding since he was 4 years old. He was a racer for 10 years, then switched over to freestyle motocross, and now he's here in Columbia, South Carolina, trying to take the best trick win.
Let's make some noise for Brendan Reardon. Giving you a rock solid. If you liked what you saw, head on over to judgeszone.com and lock your scores for him now.
That's one of the craziest tricks in FMX, personally. You completely commit, you completely let go. Beautiful extension on that rock solid. Was it enough to take down his competitor? The current score to beat is a 7.479. The score for Brendan Reardon is... It's an 8.562. You have a new leader. On to our next competitor. Get loud for Kenny Haskell. Kenny Haskell is from Boston, Massachusetts. He's been riding with Monster Jam since 2013. Actually started freestyle motocross, meeting Travis Pastrana doing a demonstration. Started racing at 16 years old, and he's here bringing his tricks on his YZ250.
Cranking things up a notch, make some noise, Kenny Haskell! With our first backflip in the competition. Head on over to judgeszone.com and let him know what you thought of his backflip.
Kenny Haskell throwing down the very first backflip of the competition. Was it enough? Brendan Reardon currently sitting at the top with an 8.562. The score for Kenny Haskell is... It's a 9.424. You have a new leader. We got one more competitor left. He goes by the name of Cowboy Kenny. Cowboy Kenny, one of the most decorated riders that we have here at Monster Jam. Multi-time medalist at the X Games. Plenty of titles here in the FMX competition. Let's see if he can take down Kenny Haskell.
Let's make some noise for Cowboy Kenny! Giving us a one-handed backflip. Head on over to judgeszone.com and let him know what you thought of his backflip compared to Kenny Haskell's.
Similar tricks, but you gotta decide who did it better. Let's find out. The score for Kenny Haskell is a 9.424. The score for Cowboy Kenny is... So close, but not enough. A 9.3 will not do it. So your winner is Kenny Haskell.
Congratulations, Kenny Haskell. Really good competition there, but South Carolina, we're not done yet. Do you want some more? Well, you're in luck, because it's time for the grand finale of Freestyle Motocross. These four superstars are going to take to the skies and fly from one side of the arena to the other in a single file terrain formation. And remember, we only have one rule here at Monster Jam. The louder you get, the higher they fly. So buckle up, Monster Jam fans, because they're about to take flight. All four superstars making their way around the tunnel, lining up to the ramp. Remember, South Carolina, the louder you get, the higher they fly. Here we go. Very nice whip train from the fellas. Now remember, I want you guys to be so loud. You blow the roof off of this arena. I want all of South Carolina to hear you. Get ready. They're making their way around to the ramp. Columbia, let all of South Carolina hear you. to do. One more time. One more time. Let him hear you. South Carolina, you guys have been an incredible crowd. We felt your drive, your energy. The vibes are amazing. You guys asked so nicely. The superstars heard you. One more time. South Carolina, let's make some noise for freestyle motocross. Zach Latowski, Brendan Reardon, Cowboy Kenny, and of course, your best trick competition winner, Kenny Haskell. Wow, what a ride. Kenny Haskell winning the best trick competition. And when it comes to this competition, how do you decide what trick you want to do? Because there's so many variations in freestyle motocross.
Well, definitely doing the backflip first helps. And we always say no matter what, Kenny's going to win because there's two of us. So we got that going for us. But Kenny Barcha, man, I've been looking up at that guy for a long time. And every time I get to beat him, it's just super sweet for me because I'm like, man, he's the guy I looked up to my whole life. And, you know, I get to come out here and beat him once in a while. Well, I think it hurts him a little bit inside. But, I mean, he's riding awesome. And, you know, this is just awesome. The crowd here today, there's so many people coming out on a beautiful day like today where you guys could be outside, but you're here with us. And this is awesome, man.
That is correct. And I just have one more question for you. So what was it growing up that made you want to be a freestyle motocross superstar?
Well, it's more or less the freedom. Like, I was 5 years old when I started riding, and the freedom you get riding a bike. And then you figure out you can make a little bit of money riding a dirt bike. That's pretty cool, you know. You can't really pass that up.
It's definitely true. So let's make some noise one more time. Your best trick competition winner, Kenny Haskell. The pinnacle of the afternoon. This is Monster Jam Freestyle. The mythical beast taking flight, Cody Saucier, Dragon! Scoring is now open at judgeszone.com. South Carolina, you have 20 seconds to get those scores locked in.
Cody Saucier, Dragon, kicking off the final competition of the event with some speed, with some big air, creativity all over the place. The question is, what did you guys think? Is it enough to set the bar high enough, take out every single competitor in the competition? Let's find out. The score for Cody Saucier in Dragon is a 7.512. That is the score to beat. Moving on, powered by speed and sparkle, it's Logan Ashline, Sparkle Smash.
Definitely kicking things off in a big way. Make some noise for Logan Ashline, Sparkle Smash! Scoring is now open at judgeszone.com. Lock your scores in now. You have 20 seconds.
What a run from Logan Ashline in Sparkle Smash. Everybody loves the confetti cannon. Come on, that's how you kick off a freestyle. Throwing it down with a lot of speed and creativity. Got a little caught up, though, on some of the ruts in this track. Was that enough to take down Cody Saucier? Still earned enough to get a score, so let's find out. Cody Saucier has a score of 7.512. The score for Sparkle Smash is... taking the lead, making it all worth it. It's a 7.620. You have a new leader.
That is right. How amazing was that run? Did you like that?
Yes, I really liked it.
I did too, especially the confetti. So I'm standing by here with my new friends, Victoria and Aubrey. Everybody say hi, Victoria and Aubrey. That's right. And mom and daughter duo are going to play an awesome game with me and all of you called Finish the Lyric. We're going to play a song. We're going to put the lyrics up on the board. When the music stops, I need you ladies and myself and all of South Carolina to finish the lyric. Are you ready?
Yes.
South Carolina, are you ready to help them out? All right. DJ, play that music. And that's all Logan Ashline wanted, was to have some fun with the girls. Good job, ladies. Good job, South Carolina. And because you guys got it right, I'm sending you guys to get some food later on with a gift card to Texas Roadhouse, because I know all of this adrenaline makes us very, very hungry. And of course, if you would like to take a little freebie with you, make sure to scan the QR code to receive a free appetizer from Texas Roadhouse.
Let's keep the competition going. She's currently tied for first place. Make some noise, Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. She's getting lined up. Will she do it? Here we go. Morgan and Morgan backflip.
That's right, South Carolina. You have 20 seconds to get your scores locked in for that incredible Morgan & Morgan backflip from Gravedigger.
That is absolutely how you put an exclamation point on a freestyle run. She knows she's tied for first, doing what she can to make sure that she can take another overall event championship. It's scores that could get her there. Right now, the score to beat Sparkle Smash, 7.620. The score for Gravedigger is... It's a 9.227. You have a new leader. Taking a look one more time at the replay coming out of that run. Like I said before, she knows she's tied. She knows that it's all going to come down to literally this run. I lost a headlight in the middle of the freestyle run. Turned it around, got lined up for one of the hardest tricks in Monster Jam, the Morgan & Morgan backflip. The rest of the competition definitely has their work cut out for us to top this freestyle run. We're going to keep things going with our next competitor, John Zimmer Sr., Megalodon.
His way around the track. Make some noise for John Zimmer Sr., Megalodon! That's right, Columbia. Remember, you have 20 seconds to get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com.
That's right, John Zimmer Sr. in Megalodon. He's taken the win in this competition 85 times. We'll see if he can pull it off once again here today. Quite the score to beat. Trying to take down Gravedigger. The score for John Sr. in Megalodon is... It's a 7.369, good enough for fourth place. As we continue our competition on the track, we're wrapping up another competition here, and that's the St. Jude Ambassador of the event. So you see the QR code here. We're doing a drum roll to find out who is gonna win. Here we go. Dragon Cody Saucier taking the win with 51% of the donations. A big congratulations one more time to Cody Saucier in Dragon. We've crowned our ambassador of the event, but it's still not too late to contribute to this incredible cause, taking away some of that burden from these families going through an incredibly tough time. Remember, St. Jude makes sure that none of the families ever see a bill for a treatment, for food, for lodging, for anything else related to the treatment of their child. Once again, there's that QR code, and help us fight back against childhood cancer. Let's get back to the action with World Finals bronze medalist MJ Solorio and Toro Loco.
When you mess with the bull, you get the horns. Make some noise for MJ Solario, El Toro Loco. Scoring is now open at judgeszone.com. Head on over there. You have 20 seconds to get those scores locked in, Columbia.
All I gotta say is MJ is hyped about that run. Some big air. A lot of speed. I love the way that he can get the truck absolutely unsettled and then rein it back in. Absolutely pun intended on that one. Looks like the score for MJ Solario is an 8.547. He ends with an 8.547. Gravedigger hanging on with the only competitor so far to have crossed that 9-point threshold. This last competitor is going to have to do a lot to take down the high score of Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger. Columbia, we have one more competitor remaining. It's time to get loud for John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity.
Make some noise for John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. And for the final time this afternoon, scoring is now open. Head on over to judgeszone.com and lock your scores in now.
What a way to finish off the freestyle competition, John Zimmer Jr. Using about every single obstacle you possibly can across the pod. There was a moment there where he about buried the truck into the pod and still managed, you see it right there, still managed to pull off a stoppie at the end of that run. The score to beat currently held by Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger is a 9.227. The score for Terminal Velocity is about as close as you can get. A 9.019, leaving him in his second place. So that means that your freestyle and overall event champion is Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger making that win overall number 95 in her career. Kirsten Anderson and Gravedigger capping off today's event with overall win number 95. We've got the rest of the crew celebrating on with her. Crew Chief's coming up. MJ Solario in the house as well. We'll talk to her in a little bit.
Man, oh man, Kristen Anderson taking yet another overall event championship, especially in South Carolina, in the backyard of Digger Country. How much does this mean to you?
You know, Karina, I know a lot of these people, they grew up watching my dad, Dennis Anderson, when they were little kids. You know, you guys watched my dad in the 80s and the 90s, in the early 2000s, and you guys fell in love with him way back then. And now you guys are raising your kids to come out here and love Gravedigger just as much. And it's truly my honor to be your kids' Gravedigger. So thank you guys so much for all of the support, man. I mean, we started Gravedigger in a very small town in North Carolina, and now we're taking it worldwide. So we're putting Carolina on the map. We love y'all so much, man. This trophy right here is always for the Gravedigger fans, but of course I gotta say something for the ladies and the little girls that are sitting in the stands tonight. This trophy and that backflip was for all those little girls sitting there. I hope that I was able to remind you guys that just because you're a woman, that doesn't mean that you can't be bold and you can't be fierce and you can't be brave and you can do anything you want to do, baby. You can keep up with these boys out here because I do it every single day for my job. We love y'all.
Let's make some noise. Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger, your BKT overall event champion.
A big congratulations to Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger going down to the wire, taking it with that last competition win. Shout out to her. She's riding the momentum from Florence last week, going into this weekend with some awesome momentum. So big congratulations to her one more time. Before you guys go, make sure you stop at the merchandise stands. We've got some exclusive merch that you can only get here at a Monster Jam live event. So make sure you grab some memories, take some other photos, last couple of photos of the track. Not only that, but this is also your opportunity to visit monsterjam.com, book your tickets to Monster Jam World Finals going down the July 4th weekend. From all of us here at Monster Jam, I'm Carlos Sparks. That was Karina Encarnacion, and that was Monster Jam.